Namaste. Welcome to Shiksha War. Today we are going to revise chapter Application of Biology from Botany. So let's get started. Application of Biology. Application of Biology chapter बाट चाहिँ long question, very long questions हरु सोध्दैन, short question र very short questions हरु मात्रै सोध्छ. So application of biology मा number 1 question के छ त? Application of plant tissue culture. यो चाहिँ 4 times repeated छ and it's important. So application of plant tissue culture हेर्नु भन्दा अगाडि what is tissue culture? Tissue culture भनेको चाहिँ के हो त? Tissue culture is a technique of growing cells, tissues and organs in an artificially prepared nutrient medium under aseptic conditions. So cells, tissue र organ लाई चाहिँ artificial medium मा, artificial nutrient medium मा under aseptic condition prepare गर्न सकिन्छ भने त्यसलाई चाहिँ tissue culture भन्छ. Simply growing cells, tissue and organs in nutrient medium under aseptic conditions. And applications are चाहिँ multiple shootlet production. यो tissue culture गरेर चाहिँ shootlet production हरु गर्न सकिन्छ. Next is production of disease free plants. Disease बाट free भएको plants हरु produce गर्न सकिन्छ. Production of androgenic haploids. Getting pure line. Haploid plants are useful in mutation breeding. यहाँ haploids हरुको production भयो र haploid plants हरु केमा useful हुन्छ? Mutation breeding मा helpful हुन्छ. Induction and selection of plants. Selection of plants मा पनि applied हुन्छ. Embryo rescue. Soma clonal variation. Production artificial seed र artificial seed हरु पनि produce हुने भयो. So these are the applications of plant tissue culture. Next, possible danger of genetic engineering. Genetic engineering चाहिँ एकदमै boon भइराको छ हाम्रो सोसाइटीमा. नयाँ नयाँ इन्भेन्सन्स हरु गर्नको लागि boon भएको छ भने possible dangers हरु पनि जेनेटिक इन्जिनियरिङ मा छ भन्ने कुरा हामीलाई के होला त भनेर ठ्याक्क एक्जाम को बेलामा चाहिँ लेख्न आउँदैन हैन. सो व्हाट आर द possible dangers of genetic engineering? Genetic engineering is mainly concerned with manipulation of gene which may form harmful combination of genes. So genetic engineering मा चाहिँ के हुन्छ त? म्यानिपुलेसन अफ जीन हुन्छ. म्यानिपुलेट गर्दा गर्दै कहिलेकाहीँ चाहिँ राम्रो कम्बिनेसन बनाउँदै कहिलेकाहीँ नराम्रो कम्बिनेसन्सहरु पनि हुन सक्छ. लाइक एउटा जीन र अर्को जीन कम्बाइन गर्दाखेरि कम्बाइन नहुनु पर्ने हार्मफुल जीन्सहरु पनि कम्बाइन हुन सक्छ र त्यसमा डेन्जरस हुन सक्छ. It is an outrisk of creation of drug resistant germs and outbreak of diseases in against which there is no prevention. So drug resistant drugs हरु चाहिँ drug resistant germs हरु क्रिएट हुन सक्छ र आउटब्रेक अफ डिजीज यो हुँदाखेरि चाहिँ डिजीज हरु एकदमै सडनली आउटब्रेक हुन सक्छ धेरै जर्म्स हरु भएर. सो यसको चाहिँ केही पनि प्रिभेन्सन छैन अनि. It helps to create new disease in organisms. यसले यो जेनेटिक इन्जिनियरिङले चाहिँ कहिलेकाहीँ organismsहरुमा डिजीज पनि ल्याउँदो रहेछ. In the context of application of genetic engineering in human life, minuses of this technology in the production of biological warface or weapons are very major disadvantages. So biological warface or weapons हरु major disadvantage हो genetic engineering को. Next is discuss in brief the method of plant tissue culture. So plant tissue culture को method चाहिँ कस्तो हुन्छ त? Constituents of tissue culture media जस्तै inorganic elements, organic compounds, vitamins, semi-synthetic substance, growth hormones. त्यसपछि preparation of tissue culture media. Then selection of tissue culture media. देन स्टेरिलाइजेसन, रिफाइनरी, माइक्रो प्रोपागेसन, यसरी चाहिँ टिस्यु कल्चर, प्लान्ट टिस्यु कल्चर फर्म हुन्छ। नेक्स्ट इज एप्लिकेसन अफ बायोटेक्नोलोजी। सो एप्लिकेसन अफ बायोटेक्नोलोजी चाहिँ एउटा इन द फिल्ड अफ एग्रिकल्चर पनि हुनसक्छ, अर्को चाहिँ इन द फिल्ड अफ मेडिसिन पनि हुन्छ। सो इन द फिल्ड अफ एग्रिकल्चर चाहिँ बायोटेक्नोलोजीले कसरी हेल्प गर्छ त? डिफ्रेन्ट टेक्निक अफ बायोटेक्नोलोजी हेज बिन used in the field of agriculture for increasing productivity of crops. Some of these applications are micropropagation, production of disease-free plants, improvement of variety, development of transgenic plants and animals. So, biotechnology ले agricultural field अथवा agriculture मा कसरी help गरिरहेछ त भन्दाखेरि यसले micropropagation गर्न help गरिरहेछ, यसले production of disease-free plants produce गर्नलाई help गरिरहेछ, improvement of variety of plants, development of transgenic plants and animals. Next is in the field of medicine. The concept of biotechnology has been used in the production of medicine, cure of different diseases and preventing the human beings from untimely death of these applications. So, biotechnology ले कसरी हेल्प गरिरहेछ त? मेडिसिनहरु प्रड्युस गरेर हैन, डिफरेन्ट डिजिजेसहरुको क्योर फाइन्ड गरेर र प्रिभेन्टिङ ह्युमन बिङ फ्रम अनटाइमली डेथ भनेको बुढो नभइन्जेलसम्म लाइक बिरामी हुन दिनबाट प्रिभेन्ट गर्ने। एन्ड दिज एप्लिकेशन्स आर जीन थेरापी, प्रोडक्सन अफ भ्याक्सिन्स, प्रोडक्सन अफ एन्टिबायोटिक्स र हाइड्रोमा टेक्नोलोजी। Next is significance of fermentation technology. So, अब fermentation technology को significance के हो त? किन fermentation technology used हुन्छ? It is used in food industries such as dairy, sugarcane and confectionery. So, fermentation technology ले नै हाम्रो dairy products हरु form हुन्छ, sugarcane form हुन्छ, confectionery form हुन्छ. In pharmacy and biotech industry for synthesis of enzymes and other chemicals. यसमा enzymes र chemicals हरुको पनि synthesis मा help गर्दो रहेछ. In beverages and distilleries for the preparation of all types of alcohols and other liquids. So, alcohols हरु बनाउनको लागि पनि fermentation method used हुन्छ. It helps in the process of conversion of sugar to convert into cellular energy. Sugar लाई cellular energy मा convert गर्ने. Biological enrichment of food substrate with protein, essential amino acid, essential fatty acid and vitamins. So these are the significance of fermentation technology. Next is explain about the green manure with example. So green manure भनेको चाहिँ के हो त? Green manure is a type of fertilizer. Green manure is fertilizer obtained from highly nutritive, quick-growing green crops like legume plants. So green manure भनेको यस्तो fertilizer हो जुन चाहिँ obtained from highly nutritive, quick-growing and green crops जस्तै legume plants. And its examples are Trifolium repens भनेको तीन लाते झार, Lathyrus sativus भनेको केसरी, Lens esculenta is Masuro and Vigna umbrella is Mersang. So these are the green manures examples. Application of genetic engineering. So application of genetic engineering in agriculture. Agriculture मा कसरी हेल्प गर्छ genetic engineering ले? अघि चाहिँ biotechnology ले agriculture मा के एप्लिकेसन्स हुन्छ भनेर पढाएको थियो। अहिले जेनेटिक इन्जिनियरिङले एग्रिकल्चरमा के गर्छ। नाउ a number of food crops like potato, tomato, soybean, rice, wheat, etc. have now been genetically altered to enhance their qualities and quantities. Genetic engineering has important contribution in the field of agriculture. सो आजकल चाहिँ टोमेटो, पोटेटो, सोयाबिन, राइस, व्हिटहरू पनि जेनेटिकली अल्टर्ड गरेर त्यसको क्वान्टिटी र क्वालिटिजहरूलाई राम्रो बनाइरहेको छ। जेनेटिक इन्जिनियरिङले त्यस्तो फिल्डहरूमा चाहिँ कन्ट्रिब्युट गरिरहेको छ हैन। सो एग्रिकल्चरमा एकदमै कन्ट्रिब्युसन छ। यसले के गरिरहेको छ त भन्दाखेरि डेभलपमेन्ट अफ रेजिस्टेन्ट भेराइटिज अफ प्लान्ट, नाइट्रोजन फिक्सेसन इज इन नन लेग्युम सिरियल्स, development of transgenic plants, animals and microbes. So transgenic plants haru bhaneko chai plants having foreign genes or foreign DNA is called transgenic plants. Yesto plant jasko chai DNA haru foreign huncha हैन, jasko genes haru chai foreign huncha. And transgenic plants ko examples bhaneko tomato. So advantages ke bhayo ta to increase life of fruit, golden rice to increase vitamin A, potato to increase protein content. So यस्तो सबै यो चाहिँ कसले बनाउँछ भन्दाखेरि जेनेटिक इन्जिनियरिङले यस्तो कुराहरुमा कन्ट्रिब्युट गरिरहेको छ। टोमेटोमा ट्रान्सजेनिक प्लान्ट बनायो भने के हुन्छ, फ्रुट्सहरु धेरै दिनसम्म बाँच्ने भयो। गोल्डन राइसमा भाइटामिन ए भनेको रेटिनोल्सहरु पाउने भयो। पोटेटोमा प्रोटिन कन्टेन्ट बढ्ने भयो। Next, transgenic animal, cow, sheep, goat, production of huge amount of protein in milk. Mice, study of technique of cloning. Chicken, production of vaccines for influenza, measles. Chicken ko चाहिँ production of vaccines for influenza and measles. So your transgenic plants इसको advantages र transgenic animals इसको advantages र यो डेभलप कसले गर्छ त जेनेटिक इन्जिनियरिङले डेभलप गर्छ। नाउ जेनेटिक इन्जिनियरिङ इन एग्रिकल्चर एन्ड मेडिसिन इसको एप्लिकेसन्सहरु चाहिँ के हो त एग्रिकल्चरमा development of disease resistant variety of plants, development of biofertilizers, increased protein content in different crops, development of transgenic plant, animal and microbes. Agriculture को अघि भर्खरै पढेको त्यही हो। जेनेटिक इन्जिनियरिङ को मेडिसिन मा चाहिँ के हुन्छ त जीन थेरापी, प्रोडक्सन अफ ह्युमन इन्सुलिन, प्रोडक्सन अफ इंटरफेरोन, प्रोडक्सन अफ ह्युमन ग्रोथ हर्मोन्स, प्रोडक्सन अफ भ्याक्सिन्स, diagnosis of infections or diseases, production of transgenic animals, and production of antibiotics. Now, discuss the biofertilizer and its applications. So, biofertilizers bhaneko चाहिँ के हो त? The living organisms which are used as fertilizers to improve the fertility of soil are called biofertilizers. जस्तै fertilizers नै हो biofertilizer भनेको, तर यसमा चाहिँ माइक्रो अर्गानिजम्स अथवा लिभिङ अर्गानिजम्सहरु चाहिँ फर्टिलाइजर भएर fertility of soil मा हेल्प गर्छ। Like Rhizobium leguminosarum is a bacteria which can be used as biofertilizers. यो bacteria चाहिँ this act as fertilizer and helps in biofertilizing. उसको applications के हो त? They are cheap, they lead to soil enrichment, they improve soil aeration and water holding capacity of soil, they help in high quality yield, they do not pose any hazard to human health. Some biofertilizers excrete antibiotics which act as pesticides. कुनै बायोफर्टिलाइजर्सहरु ब्याक्टेरिया हैन, ब्याक्टेरियाहरुले चाहिँ एन्टिबायोटिक्सहरु एक्सक्रीट गर्छ र त्यो एन्टिबायोटिक्स चाहिँ those antibiotics acts as pesticides. Explain green manure and its application. So green manure भनेको के हो त? Green manure is the type of fertilizer obtained from highly nutritive, quick growing green crops like legume plants. Green manures भनेको चाहिँ यस्तो टाइप अफ फर्टिलाइजर हो जो चाहिँ हाइली न्युट्रिटिभ, क्विक ग्रोइङ ग्रीन क्रप्स जस्तै लेगुम प्लान्ट्सहरूबाट obtained भएको हुन्छ. Its applications are: they help to improve the aeration of soil, they help to increase crops productivity from 30 to 50%. Green manures helps to increase nitrogen content in soil, particularly by leguminous plants. Green supply essential nutrition to soil. They are cheap and easily available. Next is LS of well-labeled diagram of typical ovule. So यो चाहिँ figure of ovule हो, just ovule मात्रै बनाउन दिन्छ. यसको लेख्नु पर्दैन, just make figure and label it. यसको chalaza end, nuclear tissues, polar nuclei, integument, egg, micropyle, synergid cells, vascular strand र antipodal cells. यति फिगर बनाउने अनि यो लेबल गरिदिने. What are the objectives of plant breeding? Plant breeding भनेर कति सुनिन्छ, तर के हो त plant breeding को objectivesहरु चाहिँ? र first of all, plant breeding भनेको के हो? The phenomenon of development of improved and new agricultural and horticultural crop varieties that are far better than original varieties are called plant breeding. नयाँ हैन, न्यू एग्रिकल्चरल र हर्टिकल्चर क्रप्सहरु बनाउने जसको भेराइटिज चाहिँ पहिला ओरिजिनल भन्दा फार बेटर छ, त्यो डेभलपमेन्टलाई चाहिँ के भनिन्छ? प्लान्ट ब्रिडिङ भनिन्छ. र यो प्लान्ट ब्रिडिङ किन गरिन्छ त? वी अलरेडी नो दैट इट इज फार बेटर देन द ओरिजिनल, तर पनि यसले के गर्छ त? फार बेटर देन ओरिजिनल भनेपछि ओरिजिनल भन्दा के डिफरेन्सेस हुन्छ त प्लान्ट ब्रिडिङमा भन्दाखेरि? प्रोडक्सन अफ डिजिज एन्ड rest resistant plants, production of crops whose products have high nutrient content high हुने भयो plant breed गराउँदाखेरि. Production of different varieties of plant that are resistant to environmental hazards like drought, frost, salinity of soil, etc. र यो नयाँ प्लान्ट ब्रिड गरेको प्लान्ट्सहरुमा चाहिँ रेजिस्टेन्ट टु इन्भाइरोमेन्टल हजार्ड्सहरु पनि हुँदो रहेछ, जस्तै फ्रस्टहरु हैन, एकदम हुस्से लागेको बेलामा सालिनिटी अफ सोइल्सहरुलाई रेजिस्ट गर्ने क्यापेसिटी हुँदो रहेछ. प्रोडक्सन अफ हाई यील्डिङ भेराइटिज, प्रोडक्सन अफ फास्ट growing plants. So these are the objectives of plant breeding. Next is, what is green manuring? Give examples. They are highly nutritive, quick growing green crops that are cultivated in fields. These crops that are plowing under soil before maturation for increasing soil fertility and improvement of crops. Some examples are sun hemp and daicha. State the advantages and disadvantages of outbreeding. Outbreeding को advantages र disadvantages चाहिँ के हो त? Advantages of outbreeding. It results in the increase in size of plants. Outbreeding गराएको advantage, main advantage भनेको size of the plant increase हुन्छ. It induces resistance to disease and pest. It helps to create the vitality of different plants. Vitality create गर्छ. It helps to increase size and number of fruit. It helps to increase fertility of plants. It helps to increase yield of crops. And disadvantages of outbreeding are: sometimes it introduces harmful characteristics to the organisms. Some very good characters of a variety are likely to be spoiled. It decreases the reproductive ability of organisms. So advantage बुझिहाल्यो, disadvantages भनेको चाहिँ it introduces harmful characteristic to the organisms भनेको organismsमा harmful characteristic ल्याइदिन्छ अनि राम्रो भएको characteristicsहरु पनि डिडक्ट गरिदिन्छ and reproductive ability पनि it decreases. And very short questions चाहिँ एकदम एउटै short questionsहरु रिपिटेड भएको छ. सो मैले what is callus culture? Callus culture भनेको के हो? Callus is wound tissue composed of undifferentiated, vacuolate and unorganized mass of cells. So callus भनेको चाहिँ wound tissue हो जुन केले composed हुन्छ त undifferentiated, vacuolate and unorganized mass of cells बाट composed भएको हुन्छ. Next is what do you mean by farmyard manure? Manure which is produced by a mixture of dung and crop residues is called farmyard manure. Farm बाट बनेको manures जस्तै mixture of dung and crop residues लाई farmyard manure भन्छ. Illustrate GMO. GMO भनेको चाहिँ के हो त? Genetically modified organisms are being created and growth across the globe. Genetic modification occurs when the DNA of one living thing is added to DNA of another, so that a desirable trait becomes a part of new modified organisms. यहाँ चाहिँ DNA recombination जस्तै भयो हैन. एउटा DNA चाहिँ अर्को लिभिङ DNA मा एड गर्ने so that desirable trait obtain हुन्छ. For example, a corn plant can be bred to resist herbicides that will kill the weeds growing around it, and it would compete for nutrients and light. In this module, we'll discuss the most frequent modified crops. So GMO भनेको genetically modified organisms हो. र यो किन क्रिएटेड हुन्छ? किन भन्दाखेरि so that यो ब्रिड गर्दाखेरि चाहिँ रेजिस्टेन्स हर्बिसाइड रेजिस्टेन्सहरु बढ्छ र वीड्सहरु चाहिँ दे कम्पिट फर न्युट्रिएन्ट्स एन्ड लाइट. Next is what do you mean by embryo culture? Embryo culture is technique of development of plants after keeping embryo in nutritive media in aseptic condition. So embryo culture भनेको यस्तो टेक्निक हो जहाँ चाहिँ development of plants after keeping त्यो embryo in nutritive media in aseptic condition. Define fermentation. Incomplete oxidation of sugar into alcohol and CO2 is called fermentation. Sugar चाहिँ it is converted into alcohol and carbon dioxide when it is fermentation. It is the extracellular activity of organisms like yeast. Yeast is the organisms को extracellular activities हो यो. Define inbreeding. Inbreeding is a kind of breeding in which two individuals with similar phenotypes are crossed. So inbreeding भनेको चाहिँ के हो? यो भनेको crossing method हो जहाँ चाहिँ two individuals with similar phenotypes are crossed. Breeding in which two individuals of similar phenotypes are crossed. What is the role of root nodules? The main function of root nodules to contain nitrogen fixing bacteria called Rhizobium leguminosarum. So root nodule को function चाहिँ के हो त भन्दाखेरि main function भनेको to contain nitrogen fixing bacteria. Root nodule राखेर चाहिँ nitrogen fixing bacteria एड अप हुन्छ जस्तै Rhizobium leguminosarum. So यो च्याप्टर भनेको यसमा लङ क्वेशन्सहरु हुँदैन, शॉर्ट क्वेशन र भेरी शॉर्ट क्वेशन्सहरु यसबाट आउँछ. And these all are the questions that have been frequently asked and repeated. And that's all for this chapter. I hope you all understood it. सजिलै थियो, केही त्यस्तो गाह्रो थिएन. And thank you.